So at 18, I'm married, I'm going to LACC, I have a family, 2 kids, and you know, what am I gonna do? Tough. I started doing well. I started doing well in school. I was like, you know what? My drive to be successful became super high because I needed to provide for my family now. So I kept on moving forward. I became a PE teacher. I worked at a Lutheran school. It was called Salem Lutheran. I was a PE teacher there, and I did that for a couple of years. When I was 18, 19, I was doing that. I worked at a group home for kids who've been abused and neglected, and they got taken out of their home, and they lived in this one home, and I worked there for about a year. I transferred to Cal State LA, doing well, things were going good for me. I finally graduated from Cal State LA, and everything was going well. I became a one-on-one aide for kids with autism. So that's what I started doing. Right out Cal State LA, that's what I was doing. And things were good. I was getting paid $20 an hour, and I was like, man, this is amazing. $20 an hour is great. And things were well. But the job to me was too boring. I couldn't get into it. So I said, you know, let me try something else. So I started applying to different Catholic schools because I knew the Catholic schools you didn't need your credentials to be a Catholic school teacher. So I started applying to Catholic schools. And I got hired at a school called St. Thomas the Apostle School. And I worked there for 7 years. And during the time I worked there for 7 years, there was all kinds of these free master's programs that were available to me. And so I got my master's degree in teaching elementary reading, and I got a second master's degree at Loyola Marymount. In education, I got my teaching credentials there. So while working at St. Thomas the Apostle, I taught first grade. I'm teaching these little 5, 6-year-olds. And I have no patience when it comes to whining and crying and any of that stuff. I have no patience. When kids crying, I'm like, toughen up. Let's go. 6 years old. So that's kind of what I was doing, and it was going well. I liked it, but it was time for me to move on. I couldn't be there too long. It was time for me to move forward. So I left that school with no job. I didn't have a job in line. I told my principal I'm not going to be here next year, and I just took the leap, and I applied to different school districts. Got hired for LAUSD. It was one of the pinnacle moments of my life. Like, wow, I made it to the show. For me, this was like the show. The big time. And it was good. I got hired. I worked at a school up the street here. It's called Gratz Elementary School. I taught 3rd grade there for a year, but the enrollment was low, and so they displaced teachers. And I was one of 3 teachers that got displaced from Gratz Elementary School. So I had to go find a different school to work at. So I went, and I didn't wait for them to give me a job, because if I did, I'd go to a school that I didn't want to work at. So I just applied to all kinds of different jobs close by. I ended up working at a school in West Hollywood. I taught 3rd grade there. It's called West Hollywood Elementary School. I taught 3rd grade. And during that time at West Hollywood Elementary School, I got a RIF notice, saying that I'm no longer going to be an employee for LAUSD. It was devastating for me. It was one of the worst moments of my life. I was like, man, I have a family. At that time, I had 3 kids. I have a family, I have 3 kids, I got all these bills, and I'm not gonna have a job come end of the summer. It was pretty tough. I thought it was a joke. I thought I was gonna get a note, a letter back saying, you know what, just kidding, you got your job back. Didn't happen. I didn't get that just kidding note. So summer hit, it became a reality. I did not have a job. I didn't get my first paycheck. It was like a crazy, I don't know, you get paid somewhere around $4,000. I didn't get it. I didn't get that paycheck. I had to get unemployment, like $1,900. Whoa, that's a big drop. And at that time, my wife wasn't really making a lot of money either. She works for real estate, and as you guys know, real estate took a dive. So we were struggling. Went through a bankruptcy. I was unemployed. I had to take a substitute job, and I questioned everything about being a teacher. I said, I spent all these years being in education. I got 2 master's degrees. I spent like 9 years teaching. I worked with kids my whole life. Everything about me was about kids and moving them forward and teaching, and it's all gone now. It's all gone. I'm a substitute teacher now. So the times that I was not substituting, I was writing. I would write. So the days I did substitute, I'd be at my kitchen table and I'd write. And I'd write stuff about being a good teacher. What do good teachers have in common? I wrote things down. I coach baseball. I've coached baseball for about 10 years. So I wrote about coaches. I said, what do good coaches do? I wrote that. I said, what do good successful people, what do they have in common? I wrote about that. And I combined all the stuff that I know about coaching and teaching and being successful and overcoming. And it came into a small little book, the small little book that I wrote. And it kind of inspired me during my low time. So the following year, I get a call from LAUSD saying, hey, you know what? We want you back. And I was like, cool, where am I going to go? They're like, John Lathy Middle School. You come to John. I didn't know about John Lathy Middle School. I was like, all right, I'll take anything. Yes, I'll take it. And I took it, and I'm here at John Lathy Middle School. This is my second year here. And I want to talk about, through all these experiences I've had, I'm be 35 this year. Through all these experiences I've had, I want to just tell you that you got to stubbornly pursue your dreams. Whatever your dream is, whatever that you want to become, you guys are all young in here, whatever you want to become, stubbornly pursue your dreams. Don't give up on what you want to go after. And I want to leave you with three things. The first thing is, when you're in your high, when you're going through your moments in life, and you're on top of the mountain, and you're on your high, and everything's going good for you, you got accepted to that job, you got accepted to that college, you got that raise, you got that promotion, everything looks great for you, things look good. Don't get too high in your high. Don't be too up there on your up, where you feel like, I made it, it's good, I'm here. No, you have not arrived. Keep working, keep working. That's kind of how I felt when I was working at St. Thomas, where I was a teacher. I'm here, I'm working. But you know what, let me keep working. Like, let me get my master's degree. Let me take advantage of these programs. Because there's gonna be some lows. And when you're on your low, when you're on your very bottom, when things don't look good, when you get looked over, when people don't see how good you're doing, when people don't notice you, when you got passed over, when you did get that raise, when somebody else got the promotion, when you did get accepted to that job, don't get too low on your low. Don't stay at the bottom and feel sorry for yourself and woe is me, You got to move forward. When you're in your low, you got to keep moving forward. Just like me, when I lost my job, got bankruptcy, I wrote. That was like my sanctuary. That's what got me through my time. So when you're in your low, don't stay in your low. Things will get better. Things will get better. The second thing is you're going to notice that in life, things are going to be moving fast for you. Like, there'll be times when you're going to be moving quick. Things are going to be like, wow, things are happening quick, 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 quick. And there'll be times when you'll be feeling like you're moving 2 miles an hour. Like, man, this is slow. Things aren't moving. Why? What's going on? I'm 2 miles an hour. This is terrible. The key is to not stop. Do not stop. Do not stop. Keep moving forward. Keep pursuing. Keep pressing on. You cannot become some stagnant pool like water. Like a rushing river. A rushing river is clean if it's moving forward and it's going. But if there's an off trail of water and it's sitting there and it's just sitting there and getting polluted and it's not moving forward, it looks dirty, it smells disgusting. You won't be that look dirty, smell disgusting person, right? So move forward. Don't stop. Keep moving forward. And the last thing I want to leave you is don't ever quit when pursuing your dream. Do not quit. Do not quit. Whatever it is that you want to do, whatever you want to become, do not quit. You want to be that giant killer like David and Goliath. You want to be that person that destroys the giant in front of your dream. And you're going to find out that whatever you pursue, there's always going to be a giant in front of your dream or your goal. There will always be something in the way. There will always be some excuse. There will always be some kind of problem. There will always be some kind of event that keeps you from moving forward. You want to be that giant killer. You want to be like, you know what, I don't care how big the problem is. I don't care how big this event is. I don't care if everybody does not believe in me. If my parents say I can't do it. If my friends don't believe in my dream. Who cares about what other people think? Whatever your dream is, you go after it. You be that giant killer. And you don't let that thing keep you from moving forward. So, those three things I want to leave you with. When you're on your high, don't get too high. When you're on your low, don't be too low. Get out of it. Keep working. Things are going to move fast for you, or things are going to move slow, but keep pressing forward and be the giant killer. There will always be a giant in front of what you want to go after. Be the giant killer. Don't let other people influence you from moving toward what you want to do. So that's kind of what I want to leave with you. I hope you guys take something from what I have to say. And I guess if you guys have any questions, I don't know how the questions or answers work or